Hey everyone, this lesson will cover only problems number 7 and number 9 for the Unit 8 review. Okay, so for number 7, always check for a GCF. And 10, 14, and 12 do have a GCF, and that GCF is 2, right? So I'm going to factor out a GCF of 2. So then the 10x squared becomes 5x squared, the 7x becomes 7x, and the minus 12 becomes a minus 6. So now notice a is not 1, so we multiply a times c, which is 5 times negative 6. So let's find multiples of negative 6 that when we add those multiples, they add to 7. So then the only way this is possible, and let's see, that 7 is positive. Oh, I'm sorry. I said negative 6 should be negative 30, right? Because 5 times negative 6 is negative 30. I was trying to make sense out of this. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Okay, so let's see now. So let's find multiples of negative 30 that when we add them, they add to a 7. And those multiples are 3 times 10 gives us 30, but the 7 must be positive, so then 3 should be minus. So then I'm going to keep that GCF of 2. Then this is, I'm going to group the 5x squared with the 10x. So 5x squared plus 10x, and then I have minus 3x minus 6. Okay, so then this is group 1. There's a GCF of 5x here, and this is group 2, and there's a GCF of negative 3. So then when we factor this quadratic out, let's not lose that 2. So keep that 2, and then we have 5x, and this becomes x plus 2 minus the GCF of the second group, which is 3. Negative 3, and then this becomes x plus 2. So as you can see, we have the same binomial in the two groups. So then the answer to this is, I'm going to keep that 2 there, and then factor out the GCF of x plus 2 in the two groups, and then put together these 5x's with this minus 3. So 5x minus 3, and this is the answer to number 7. Okay, so this one took a little bit more work again because a is not equal to 1. The next one, there's no GCF here because there's no number that goes into 4, 12, and 9. So then what we do is we multiply a times c. A is 4 and c is 9. So that's equal to 36. And then find the multiples of 36, and when we add them, give us a 12. And I hope you see those right away because 6 times 6 gives you 36, and 6 plus 6 gives you 12. So I'm going to split 12x into 6x plus 6x. So then 4x squared plus 6x plus 6x plus 9. Then GCF of this group is 2x. GCF of this group is 3. Okay. So then GCF of 2x comes out. Then now this is 2x plus, let's see, 3. And this one, there's a positive 3 coming out as a GCF of the second group. So then this is 2x plus 3. So we have the same GCF of 2x plus 3 in the two groups. So then let's factor it out. So 2x plus 3. And then put together another 2x plus 3. Okay, so then you can simplify this one by writing just one binomial. So this is 2x plus 3 squared because we have two of them. Okay, so this is the answer to number 8. Let's do number 14, since we're here. So I've done one even. Hopefully that's not that bad. So 14, 34, and 12. Do 14, 34, and 12 have a factor in common or a GCF? The answer is yes, right? This is divisible by 2, this is divisible by 2, and this is also divisible by 2. So I'm going to factor out the GCF of 2. So then this becomes 7x squared minus 17x plus 6. Again, a is not 1, so let's find multiples of a times c, 7 times 6, which is equal to 42. And then from those multiples, find the ones that when we add them, they add to a negative 17. Okay, which means if they add to positive 42 and not to negative 17, they both have to be negative. So the question is, which numbers are those? Let's see, so that's 14 times 3, and they both have to be negative. Okay, so then I'm going to keep the GCF of 2, 7x squared. I'm going to group the let's see, the 14 with the 7x squared. So minus 14x minus 3x plus 6. Group 1, GCF is 7x. Group 2, GCF is minus 3. So then I'm going to come over here for the second space. We have the 2 as a GCF, and then the GCF of this group is 7x. And 7x divided by 7x is x. Negative 14x divided by 7x is minus 2. GCF of negative 3 on the second group. And negative 3x divided by negative 3, that's positive x. Negative 6 divided by negative 3, that's minus 2. So as you can see, we have x minus 1, x minus 2. So let's not lose that 2. So let's factor out x minus 2 and then put together the 7x and that minus 3. And now this is factored completely. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.